Rain is fading on the window, coffee cooling in my hands. Somewhere between the gray sky and the gold light coming back. I don't know why, but tonight feels different. I walked in when the rain came down, left my worries somewhere downtown. Little drops running down the glass, watching strangers hurry past. There's a song playing low behind me, something soft that reminds me of the nights when we stayed up late, talking till the morning changed. I remember how you used to smile when the city went quiet for a while. You would trace little circles on the table and tell me every dream you were able. Now I'm sitting in the same old place, but I'm learning how to let time change. No, I don't need to chase the past. Some things are beautiful because they don't last, and maybe that's alright. Maybe we were only meant to be a little piece of each other's life, a memory I won't regret. So I'll drink my coffee after rain, the window wash away the day. There's a little warmth inside this room, and somehow I can breathe again. I don't need to know where you are, I don't need to wonder if you think of me. Somewhere between the clouds and stars, I'm finally becoming who I'm meant to be. Coffee after rain, soft light on my face. The world keeps moving slowly, and I'm learning my own pace. The barista knows my usual order: black coffee, little sugar, nothing more. He doesn't ask me why I stay so long. Maybe he can tell when someone needs a song. There's an old photograph inside my phone. I almost called you, then I let it go. Funny how a name can feel so close, even when you're miles away from home. I used to think that love meant holding on, even when the feeling had already gone. I thought every goodbye needed one more try, until I learned some doors are meant to close quietly. You were never something I should blame, and I was never someone you had to say. We were just two hearts learning how to grow, walking different roads we didn't know. Sometimes I miss the way it felt, sometimes I miss the person I was then. But missing something doesn't mean I need to have it back again. Maybe that's the lesson hidden underneath the pain. Some memories don't disappear, they simply learn a softer name. So I'll drink my coffee after rain, let the window wash away the day. There's a little warmth inside this room, and somehow I can breathe again. I don't need to know where you are, I don't need to wonder if you think of me. Somewhere between the clouds and stars, I'm finally becoming who I'm meant to be. Coffee after rain, soft light on my face. The world keeps moving slowly, and I'm learning my own pace. Outside, the pavement starts to shine, street lights painting gold across the lines. A couple laughs beneath an umbrella, and for a second everything feels better. Maybe life was never supposed to be a perfect story written carefully. Maybe all the broken little parts are what teach us how to find our hearts. I used to count the days we had, now I don't need to call them good or bad. They were real, they were ours, they were summer nights and morning hours. And if we meet somewhere someday, maybe we'll have nothing left to say. Maybe we'll smile and keep walking on, knowing we both made it through the storm. I hope you're happy where you are, I hope somebody knows your heart. I hope you still look at the sky when the rain begins to fall at night. And I hope you remember me, not as the ending, but as a memory, a quiet chapter, warm and true, a little piece of life I shared with you. The rain is almost gone, the sunlight underneath the clouds. I thought I needed all the answers, but I don't need them now. Maybe healing isn't waking up and suddenly forgetting everything. Maybe it's sitting with the memory something simple, like a coffee and an open window, like hearing an old song and not feeling broken anymore. Oh, oh, I can let it go, I can let it breathe, I can keep the love without keeping what we used to be. Oh, I can face the night, I can walk alone, I can carry every lesson and still make this life my home. So I'll drink my coffee after rain, watch the colors come alive again. There's a little warmth inside this room, and somehow I can breathe again. I don't need to know where you are, I don't need to wonder if you think of me. Somewhere between the clouds and stars, I'm finally becoming who I'm meant to be. Coffee after rain, soft light on my face, the world keeps moving slowly, and I'm learning my own pace. Coffee after rain, no more running from yesterday. If tomorrow comes with something new, I'll let it find me on its way. The cup is almost empty, the evening settles down, the rain has left the window and the lights are coming on. I take one last sip and smile without a reason. Maybe this is what moving on feels like. Quiet, warm and easy. Coffee after rain. I'm alright again. I'm alright again. Yeah. Another evening falling slowly, golden light across the room. I don't know where the night is going, but I don't need to know too soon. Let the city breathe outside, let the traffic fade away. I got nowhere else tonight, and I've got nothing left to chase. I found a little table by the window where the sunset turns the glass to gold. There's a record playing somewhere softly, and the room is warmer than before. I take a sip and watch the people moving underneath the fading sky. Everybody seems to have somewhere to be, but tonight I think I'll take my time. I've been running through the week like a shadow, trying to make every minute count, answering messages at midnight, trying to figure everything out. But there's something about this evening that makes the noise disappear. Maybe I don't need another answer, maybe I just need to stay right here. So let the hours move slowly, let the silence fill the space. I don't need to hold tomorrow, I just want to feel this moment stay. I'm slow dancing with the evening while the city fades to blue. Every little light is breathing and the night feels brand new. I don't need a perfect reason, I don't need to understand. I'm just slow dancing with the evening, with a coffee in my hands. Let the world keep turning, let the street lights shine. Tonight I'm not in a hurry, tonight the night is mine. There was a time I hated quiet, thought an empty room meant I was alone. I would fill the space with conversations just to keep myself from going home. Now I hear the little sounds around me, the coffee machine, the rain outside, someone laughing near the counter, a soft guitar from the other side. And I realize I've been changing in ways I never really saw. I'm not looking for somebody just to tell me what I'm worth anymore. I can sit beneath the low light, I can watch the evening fall, I can let a memory pass me without needing to recall it all. There are names I don't remember, there are places I don't return, there are things I once held tightly that I'm finally letting burn. Not because they weren't important, not because I didn't care, but But some moments are like sunsets, beautiful because they disappear. So let the hours move slowly, let the silence fill the space. I don't need to hold tomorrow, I just want to feel this moment stay. I'm slow dancing with the evening while the city fades to blue. Every little light is breathing and the night feels brand new. I don't need a perfect reason, I don't need to understand. I'm just slow dancing with the evening, with a coffee in my hands. Let the world keep turning, let the street lights shine. Tonight I'm not in a hurry, tonight the night is mine. Maybe peace doesn't arrive like thunder, maybe it doesn't knock before it comes. Maybe it sits beside you quietly when you're finally tired of running from. Maybe happiness is not a feeling that stays forever in one place. Maybe it's 100 little moments that we learn to recognize and embrace. Like the way the window catches every color from the street, like the way an old familiar melody makes the whole night feel complete. Like the warmth beneath my fingers, like the shadows on the wall, like remembering that I don't have to have everything figured out at all. I used to think that I was falling behind every time somebody moved ahead. Now I know we're all just taking different roads, trying to make a life from what we've been given instead. And maybe mine is slower, maybe that's the way it should be. I don't need to race the morning to become the person I want to be. So let the hours move slowly, let the silence fill the space. There is something beautiful in waiting when you finally stop trying to escape. I'm slow dancing with the evening while the city fades to blue. Every little light is breathing and the night feels brand new. I don't need a perfect reason, I don't need to understand. I'm just slow dancing with the evening, with a coffee in my hand. Let the world keep turning, let the street lights shine. Tonight I'm not in a hurry, tonight the night is mine. If tomorrow brings a storm, I'll find somewhere warm to stand. If the road becomes uncertain, I'll keep walking when I can. I don't need to know the ending, I don't need to see the signs. All I really have is right now, and right now feels just fine. So let the music keep on playing, let the shadows cross the floor. I don't need to ask for anything, I don't need anything more. Slowly, slowly, let the evening hold me, let the silence know me. No plans, no pressure, no need to want. Just this moment, just this light, just the feeling of being alright. I'm slow dancing with the evening while the city fades to blue. Every little light is breathing and the night feels brand new. I don't need a perfect reason, I don't need to understand. I'm just slow dancing with the evening, with a coffee in my hands. Let the world keep turning, let the street lights shine. Tonight I'm not in a hurry, the night is mine. Another evening falling slowly, golden light across the room. I don't know where the night is going, but I don't need to know too soon. Let the city breathe outside, let the traffic fade away. I've got nowhere else tonight, and I got nothing left to chase. I found a little table by the window where the sunset turns the glass to gold. There's a record playing somewhere softly, and the room is warmer than before. I take a sip and watch the people moving underneath the fading sky. Everybody seems to have somewhere to be, but tonight I think I'll take my time. I've been running through the week like a shadow. Take a little time. the whole world pass outside. I'm right here by the window tonight. There's a seat beside the window where the afternoon turns cold. I can watch the city moving without needing to go. Someone's walking with the suitcase, someone's talking on the phone, someone's waiting for a taxi, someone's finally heading home. And I wonder where they're going, what they're leaving far behind. Everybody has a story, everybody's losing time. I've been thinking about the places that I thought I'd never see, all the roads I never traveled, all the things I used to dream. Maybe I was always waiting for a sign to tell me when, but the older that I get now, I don't need to know the end. I'm sitting in the window seat, watching all the colors change, letting every passing moment take a little weight away. I don't have to chase tomorrow, I don't have to fix the past. For tonight I'm right where I am, and that's enough to make it last. I'm sitting in the window seat with the evening coming through, every little light outside feels like something I once knew. Maybe life is moving slowly, maybe that's the way it's meant. I'm just sitting in the window seat, letting this moment be enough. There was a time I couldn't stand it, when the room was way too quiet. I turned the music up so loudly just to keep my thoughts from rising. I would make 100 plans just to give myself a reason to believe that I was moving, even when I wasn't leaving. Now I find a little comfort in the spaces in between, in the minutes nobody notices, and the things that don't need meaning, like the coffee getting colder, like the rain against the glass, like a song I almost skipped but somehow made me look back. I don't need to call somebody just because the night feels long. I don't need to fill the silence when the silence feels like home. I've been learning how to listen to the thoughts I used to hide, and they're not as frightening now when I let them pass me by. Maybe I was always searching for a place where I belong. Maybe home is not a location, maybe home is moving on. I'm sitting in the window seat, watching all the colors change, letting every passing moment take a little weight away. I don't have to chase tomorrow, I don't have to fix the past. For tonight I'm right where I am, and that's enough to make it last. I'm sitting in the window seat with the evening coming through, every little light outside feels like something I once knew. Maybe life is moving slowly, maybe that's the way it's meant. I'm just sitting in the window seat, letting this moment be enough. The sky is turning deeper blue now, street lights flicker one by one. The reflection in the window makes it look like there are two of me. One is still afraid of changing, one is finally letting go. One still wants to know the answer, one is ready not to know. I think about the younger me who believed he had to hurry, who thought every missed opportunity was a reason to worry. If I could sit beside him, I would tell him not to run. There are chapters he can't imagine, and the best ones haven't come. Some doors close without a warning, some roads disappear from view, but life can still be beautiful when it doesn't go the way you planned it to. So I'll keep a little faith here in the middle of the unknown. I'll keep walking when it's raining, I'll keep finding my way home. Maybe dreams don't always happen in the shape we pictured first. Maybe sometimes they arrive after everything gets worse. Maybe all the quiet seasons are preparing us to grow. Maybe we don't need to understand to matter and still be grateful that it came. I can carry all the memories without carrying all the pain. Tonight I feel the difference. It's a small thing, but it's real. I'm not waiting for tomorrow to tell me how I should feel. Let it pass, let it breathe, let the night come over me. No more running, no more fear. Everything I need is here. I'm sitting in the window seat, watching all the colors change, letting every passing moment take a little weight away. I don't have to chase tomorrow, I don't have to fix the past. For tonight I'm right where I am, and that's enough to make it last. I'm sitting in the window seat with the city shining through. Every little light outside feels like a promise coming true. Maybe life is moving slowly, maybe that's the way it's meant. I'm just sitting in the window seat, letting this moment be enough. I'm sitting in the window seat and I finally understand. I don't need to see the whole road, I just need to take the next step. The cafe is getting quieter, the last train passes by. I finish what is left of my coffee and look into the night. There's no perfect destination, no map I need tonight. Just a little faith inside me and these city lights. I'm right where I need to be. I'm right where I need to be. Window seat, window seat. The sun is going down, golden shadows on the table. I could leave right now, but I don't feel ready, so I'll stay a little longer. Let the evening find its way. There's a quiet kind of comfort in the fading of the day. And there's a coffee ring beside me, and a book I haven't read. A little light across the table, and 1,000 thoughts inside my head. People leaving through the doorway, saying goodnight as they go. But I don't have anywhere to be, and that's something I can finally know. I used to fill my calendar just to keep myself awake. Every hour had a purpose, every minute had a place. I thought if I kept moving, I could outrun what I felt. But you can't leave your heart behind you, no matter how fast you run yourself. Now I'm learning something different, something simple, something slow. Sometimes sitting still for a moment is the bravest thing you know. So I let the silence stay, I don't push the night away. For the first time in a long time, I don't need to make a change. There's an afterglow on the table, there's a little warmth in the room, and I'm starting to remember life can still feel good this soon. I don't need another answer, I don't need another sign. I'm just watching evening settle, and I'm finally feeling fine. There's an afterglow on the table, soft reflections in my eyes. Maybe all the things I lost made a little room for life. I don't know what comes tomorrow, but tonight I don't mind. There's an afterglow on the table, and a little peace inside. I remember all the evenings when I wished the hours would end, when I waited for somebody just to call me back again. I was staring to my phone screen, like an answer might appear, thinking maybe if I waited I could make the distance disappear. But some people leave like seasons, and some seasons never stay. You can hold them in your memory, for a moment, and that's enough to honor what we made. Maybe love is not possession. Maybe love is letting go. Maybe caring for somebody sometimes means allowing them to grow. And I've grown a little quieter, I've grown softer than before. I don't need to close my heart, I just know what it's for. So I let the memories pass like the headlights through the glass. I can smile at what we had without asking for it back. There's an afterglow on the table, there's a little warmth in the room, and I'm starting to remember life can still feel good this soon. I don't need another answer, I don't need another sign. I'm just watching evening settle, and I'm finally feeling fine. There's an afterglow on the table, self-reflections in my eyes. Maybe all the things I lost made a little room for life. I don't know what comes tomorrow, but tonight I don't mind. There's an afterglow on the table, and a little peace inside. Outside, the street is changing. Blue becomes a darker shade. Every window catches something, every face becomes a silhouette. There's a couple near the corner, laughing underneath the rain. For a second I remember how it felt to fall in love again. But I don't need to chase that feeling, I don't need to make it stay. Some emotions come like weather, then they slowly fade away. What matters is I'm breathing, what matters is I'm here. What matters is the quiet doesn't feel so much like fear. I can hear the cups and footsteps, I can hear the city hum, I can hear my own heart beating, and I don't have to become someone. Maybe that's the sweetest freedom, not becoming something new, but accepting who you are now, and knowing that's enough for you. If tomorrow brings a question, I'll answer when it comes. If the road becomes uncertain, I'll keep walking toward the sun. I don't need to know the ending, I don't need to see the whole road. I can carry what I've learned, and I can travel a little lighter now. Every sky came a lesson, every goodbye left a door. Every night I thought would break me taught me I could still want more. Let the evening stay, let the colors fade, let the last light fall across this little place. I don't need to hurry, I don't need to hide. For the first time, I'm comfortable inside. There's an afterglow on the table, there's a little warmth in the room, and I'm starting to remember life can still feel good this soon. I don't need another answer, I don't need another sign. I'm just watching evening settle, and I'm finally feeling fine. There's an afterglow on the table, soft reflections in my eyes. Maybe all the things I lost made a little room for life. I don't know what comes tomorrow, but tonight I don't mind. There's an afterglow on the table, and a little peace inside. The lights are getting softer, the cafe is almost still. I close the book beside me and let the evening fill. One last sip of coffee, one last look outside. The city keeps on moving, but I don't have to tonight. The sun is going down, golden shadows on the table. I could leave right now, but I don't feel ready. So I'll stay a little longer at the evening front. the city hasn't gone to sleep. One more coffee, one more song, one more moment just for me. There's a street light on the pavement, casting shadows through the blinds, and the room is almost empty, but I don't mind it. There's a little coffee left here, getting colder by the cup. I've been thinking about the places where I thought I'd end up. I used to think that by this age I would have it figured out. A steady heart, a perfect plan, no reason left for doubt. But life doesn't move in straight lines, and dreams don't always come on time. Sometimes you have to lose your way before you find what's really yours to find. So tonight I won't be searching for a reason or a sign. I'll just let the hours wander and let this quiet moment be mine. Midnight coffee in the city glowing underneath. I'm learning how to be alone without feeling incomplete. Midnight coffee and the little music in the dark. I don't need somebody's answer to remember who we are. Let the night keep moving, let the street light shine. I have nowhere I need to be, so tonight I'm taking my time. There are messages I could answer, there are names I could still call, but some conversations ended, and that's alright after all. I don't have to reopen every door that closed behind. Some things belong to yesterday, and some things belong to mine. I remember all the mornings when I woke up feeling lost, trying to measure what was missing, trying to calculate the cost. Now I see the empty spaces were not empty all along. They were places for the future waiting quietly to belong. So I keep a little distance from the things I cannot change, and I keep a little kindness for the person I became. I don't need to fight the silence, I don't need to make it loud. There's a strange kind of freedom not needing to be found. Midnight coffee in the city glowing underneath. I'm learning how to be alone without feeling incomplete. Midnight coffee and the little music in the dark. I don't need somebody's answer to remember who we are. Let the night keep moving, let the street light shine. To be. So tonight I'm taking my time. Outside a taxi passes, then disappears around the corner. Someone laughs across the street like the night has just begun. The moon is hiding behind clouds, but I can see a little light. Sometimes that's all that you need to keep walking through the night. I think about the people who once changed the way I see. Some stayed for just a season, some became a part of me. I don't regret the love I gave them, I don't regret the years, even when the ending hurt me, even when it brought me tears. Because every little goodbye left a lesson in my hands, and every broken expectation taught me how to understand that I can miss somebody and still choose to move ahead. I can love what we once were without wishing for it again. Maybe growing older is learning when to hold, learning when to open and when to let things go. Maybe all the answers are quieter than we think. Sometimes they arrive and we stop trying to make them speak. I don't know where I'll be tomorrow, I don't know what I'll become, but I know I've made it this far, and I know I'm not done. is almost through. The city keeps on breathing and I can feel it too. Tomorrow may be different, maybe brighter, maybe slow, but tonight I found a little peace in letting everything go. Midnight coffee, one more sip, one more song, and then I'll turn the lights off and carry this feeling home. Rain on the sidewalk, streetlights in the blue. The whole city keeps on moving, but I'm thinking about you. Not the way I used to, not the way I did before. Just a little old feeling passing through the door. I left the cafe around 9 with my hands inside my coat. The rain was falling lightly like a song nobody wrote. Cars were shining on the pavement, red and gold beneath my feet. Every window held a story, every stranger had a street. I wasn't trying to remember, but your name came back somehow. Maybe it was just the weather, maybe I was ready now. There was a time a rainy evening could pull me back into the past. I would replay every conversation, wondering why it didn't last. Now I hear the same old raindrops and they don't feel quite the same. I can let the memory visit without giving it my name. Maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it's a softer view, being able to remember without wanting to undo. Rain on the sidewalk in the city after dark. I can feel the old emotions, but they don't break my heart. Rain on the sidewalk, every drop becomes a light. I'm not waiting for tomorrow, I'm just walking through the night. If the past comes back to find me, I'll let it pass me by. Some memories can stay beautiful without asking me to stay behind. I remember summer evenings when we didn't watch the time. You would laugh about the small things and I'd pretend the world was mine. We were young enough to believe every feeling had to last. Every promise felt forever, every moment moved too fast. But forever isn't something that we get to guarantee. Sometimes people meet each other at the right time, temporarily, and I don't think that makes it smaller, I don't think it makes it wrong. Some of the most important chapters were never meant to carry on. You taught me how to notice all the quiet in between, how a simple walk at midnight could become a memory. And maybe I gave something to you that you still carry somewhere. Maybe love doesn't disappear, it just changes how we care. So I won't rewrite the ending, I won't question what we knew. I can leave the past behind me and still be grateful that I knew you. Rain on the sidewalk in the city after dark. I can feel the old emotions, but they don't break my heart. Rain on the sidewalk, every drop becomes a light. I'm not waiting for tomorrow, I'm just walking through the night. If the past comes back to find me, I'll let it pass me by. Some memories can stay beautiful without asking me to stay behind. There's a little corner store still open on the avenue, a warm light through the doorway and someone buying something new. I stop beneath the awning just to watch the rain come down. The traffic sounds like ocean waves echoing through the town. And suddenly I feel okay, not happy, not sad, just still. like the world has stopped demanding that I know exactly how I feel. Maybe that's enough for tonight. Maybe peace can be this small. A quiet street, a little rain, and no need to solve it all. I don't need to know the future, I don't need to change the past. I just need to keep on walking, and let the moment last. If I see you someday, I hope I smile instead of hide. I hope I remember all the good and leave the rest behind. No bitterness, no questions, no reason to explain. Just two people who once mattered, standing underneath the rain. And if we never meet again, that's alright with me. Some people live inside our memories, and that's where they're meant to be. Rain keeps falling, lights keep shining, cars keep passing. I'm still walking slowly, breathing slowly, healing, nothing missing, nothing needed. Rain on the sidewalk in the city after dark. I can feel the old emotions, but they don't break my heart. Rain on the sidewalk, every drop becomes a light. I'm not waiting for tomorrow, I'm just walking through tonight. Rain on the sidewalk, washing every street clean. Maybe this is what moving on was always supposed to mean. I can carry what was beautiful and leave behind the pain. Keep the love inside the memory and walk into the rain. The rain is getting softer, the street is almost still. I pull my collar closer, and walk beyond the hill. The city keeps on breathing, the night keeps moving too. And somewhere in the distance, I'm finally letting go of you. Rain on the sidewalk, lights above my head. I keep walking slowly toward whatever comes next. I left the cafe around 9 with my hands inside my coat. The rain was falling lightly like a song nobody wrote. Cars were shining on the pavement, red and gold beneath my feet. Every window held a story, every stranger had a street. I wasn't trying to remember, but your name came back somehow. Maybe it was just the weather, maybe I was ready now. There was a time a rainy evening could pull me back into the past. I would replay every conversation, wondering why it didn't last. Now I hear the same old raindrops, and they don't feel quite the same. There's an empty chair on the other side. I don't know why, but I still look there sometimes. The coffee is warm, the evening's slow, and for a second it feels like you might show. I came back to the little cafe where we used to spend our nights. Same old wooden table, same warm yellow lights. The music sounds familiar, the windows look the same, but everything feels different when nobody says my name. I remember how you'd sit there with your hands around your cup, talking about your wildest dreams like the sky was never enough. You'd tell me all your stories and I'd listen without a word. Sometimes the quiet between us said more than anything we'd heard. Now the chair across the table is just an empty place, but somehow every memory still carries your face. I don't come here to I don't come here to pretend. I just like the way this room reminds me that some beautiful things can end. There's still your side of the table, still a little space for you, still a song that makes me wonder if you ever think of me too. But I don't need you to come back, I don't need to change the past. Some things are meant to be remembered, not something we're meant to have. There's still your side of the table, where the evening turns to gold. I can smile at what we were without needing to hold. I remember rainy Sundays when we stay inside all day. You would draw across the napkin while I watched the rain. We didn't need expensive places, we didn't need a perfect view, just a little time together, and the world felt good with you. I wonder if you still remember the coffee that you liked, the little street beside the river where we used to walk at night. Maybe you don't think about it, maybe you moved on long ago. And honestly, I'm glad for you if that's the road you chose, because I know that life keeps moving even when the heart says wait. Sometimes love is just a moment that arrives before it's too late. We were wrong for being different, we were wrong for letting go. Some roads only meet for a while before they ask us where to go. So I leave the chair untouched, let the memory breathe. I don't need to make you present to keep a part of you with me. There's still your side of the table, still a little space for you, still a song that makes me wonder if you ever think of me too. But I don't need you to come back, I don't need to change the past. Some things are meant to be remembered, not something we're meant to have. There's still your side of the table, where the evening turns to gold. I can smile at what we were without needing to hold. The waiter brings my coffee and asks if I'm alone. I smile and say just me tonight, then look outside the window. A couple takes the corner table, and I hear somebody laugh. For a moment I feel something, then I let the feeling pass. I used to think that moving forward and forgetting where I'd been. Now I know that every chapter can become a part of who I've been. You don't have to disappear just because the story ends. Some people stay inside your heart without remaining in your hands. And maybe that's what love becomes, when the years have had their way. Not a reason to turn backward, just a quiet thing you carry every day. If I could tell you something, I'd say I hope you're doing fine. I hope you found the kind of happiness we couldn't always find. I hope somebody listens when you talk about your dreams. I hope the world is softer than it sometimes felt to me. And if you ever think about us, I hope you don't remember pain. I hope you hear the laughter and the music through the rain, 'cause that's what I'll remember. The little things we knew, not how it ended, just how beautiful it felt with you. Your side of the table, your side of the room, your side of the memory still glowing through. But I'm not waiting, I'm not looking back, I'm just grateful for everything we had. There's still your side of the table, still a little space for you, still a song that makes me wonder if you ever think of me too. But I don't need you to come back, I don't need to change the past. Some things are meant to be remembered, not something we're meant to have. There's still your side of the table, but I'm learning to let it be just an empty chair beside me and a little piece of history. There's still your side of the table, where the can finally leave the memory without needing to hold. The cafe is getting quieter, the lights are turning low. I finish what's left of my coffee and I'm ready to go. I look at your old side once and turn toward the door. Thank you for the memories, I don't need anything more. Blue light on the window, evening falling slow. One more cup of coffee, know where I need to go. The sky is turning silver, then a little shade of blue. The city lights awaken, one by one outside the room. I found a seat beside the window, with my jacket on the chair. There's a quiet song behind me, and the smell of coffee in the air. I've been thinking about the changes that I never saw coming. How a life can turn so gently while you think you're standing still. There were days I wanted answers, there were nights I needed proof. Now I'm learning not to question every little thing I lose. Sometimes what we call a failure is just life changing the view. Sometimes what we thought was ending is making space for something new. So I let the blue hour find me, I don't need to understand. There's a softness in the evening when I stop demanding plans. Blue hour coffee, city lights beneath the sky. I'm letting all the noise grow quiet, I'm just watching colors change tonight. Blue hour coffee, warm hands around the cup. Maybe I don't need to know exactly where I'm going next. Let the evening take its time, let the shadows cross the room. For a little while tonight, everything feels soft and new. I remember being younger, always trying to arrive, thinking happiness was somewhere just a little farther down the line. I make promises for tomorrow, I'd postpone another day. I'd tell myself I'd start living when the pieces fell in place. But the pieces never landed the way I thought they would, and somehow that's what taught me that the imperfect can be good. Now I notice little moments that I used to hurry through. The warmth of someone's kindness, or a sky changing its hue. The sound of rain against the pavement, the reflection of a sign. The way a familiar melody can bring you back in time. I don't need to own the moment, I don't need to make it stay. I can simply let it happen, then remember it someday. Maybe that's what peace is, not controlling where things go, just accepting what is leaving and appreciating what remains to hold. Blue hour coffee, city lights beneath the sky. I'm letting all the noise grow quiet, I'm just watching colors change tonight. Blue hour coffee, warm hands around the cup. Maybe I don't need to know exactly where I'm going next. Let the evening take its time, let the shadows cross the room. For a little while tonight, everything feels soft and new. There's a couple near the door, we're talking softly over tea. Someone's reading by the corner, someone's smiling at their screen. Everybody has a little world that I would never really know, and somehow that feels beautiful when I let the feeling grow. I used to think being alone was something I should hide. Now I find there's room for breathing when nobody's by my side. I can hear my own thoughts clearly, I can feel the evening air. I can sit here with my memories without needing changed my view, and every quiet night alone taught me how to listen to. Maybe tomorrow I'll feel different. Maybe tomorrow I'll feel strong. Maybe I'll wake up uncertain, and that's okay if I'm not wrong. I don't need to make a promise that I'll never lose my way. I just need to keep on moving, one small step from day to day. If the morning brings a question, I'll meet it when it comes. If the road becomes much darker, I'll keep searching for the sun. Blue light, slow night, coffee cooling by my side. No rush, no fear, for a little while everything is clear. Blue hour coffee, city lights beneath the sky. I'm letting all the noise grow quiet. I'm just watching colors change tonight. Blue hour coffee, warm hands around the cup. Maybe I don't need to know exactly where I'm going next. Blue hour coffee, let the evening move through me. I don't need to chase tomorrow, I just need to let tonight be. Let the shadows cross the window, let the city drift away. I can carry all my questions and still enjoy today. The sky is almost midnight, the cafe is getting low. I finish what's inside my coffee and watch the last lights glow. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow, maybe I'll find another place, but I remember this blue evening and the quiet on my face. Blue hour coffee, soft light, slow time. I don't know where I'm going, but tonight I'm doing fine. Soft lights, slow hearts, the city fading after dark. Stay a little, don't say anything. We don't need to fill the quiet. There's a little table in the corner where the warm light meets the wall. We can hear the rain outside us, but we don't have to watch it fall. Your coffee's getting colder, mine is almost gone, but somehow we've been sitting here since the evening started on. You tell me about your Monday, I tell you about my week. We laugh about the little things we never thought we'd speak. There's no perfect conversation, no rehearsed line tonight, just two people getting comfortable underneath the amber light. And I like the way you listen, like there's nowhere else to be. You don't try to fix my problems, you just let me breathe. Maybe this is what I've wanted, not a promise, not a plan, just somebody sitting near me who can understand. Soft lights, slow hearts, let the whole night take its time. No need to rush the moment, no need to draw a line. Soft lights, slow hearts, while the rain falls outside. If tomorrow changes everything, I'll still be glad you're here tonight. We don't need forever, we don't need to know. Let's just stay inside this little moment and let the feeling grow. I spent too many evenings trying to read between the lines, wondering if somebody cared or if I was wasting time. But with you, there's something different, something easy in the air. I don't have to be impressive, I can simply be right here. You smile when I say something that probably isn't funny, and suddenly the room feels warmer, even though it's getting chilly. The city keeps on moving, headlights crossing through the glass, but inside this little corner, I don't want the night to pass. Maybe we don't need a label, maybe we don't need a name. Some connections feel important before we understand what they became. get something real, a little room to be myself, and someone who knows how that feels. Soft lights, slow hearts, let the whole night take its time. No need to rush the moment, no need to draw a line. Soft lights, slow hearts, while the rain falls outside. If tomorrow changes everything, I'll still be glad you're here tonight. We don't need forever, we don't need to know. Let's just stay inside this little moment and let the feeling grow. The weight it turns the music lower, someone starts to close the door. We both know the night is ending, but we're not ready to go. You reach across the table and your fingers touch my hand. There's a little hesitation, like we're both afraid to understand. I smile and look outside, then I look back at you. Sometimes silence says the things that words are unable to. Maybe love doesn't arrive with a sudden flash of light. Maybe it begins much quieter, like a feeling that feels right. Not dramatic, not perfect, not something we can prove. Just a little warmth between us and a reason not to move. I've learned that hearts are fragile, I've learned they need some space. So I will promise you forever, I'll just promise to be honest with you. If you want to take it slowly, I'll be right here by your side. No need to chase the future when tonight already feels alive. Let the rain keep falling, let the street lights blur, let the whole world disappear for a little while with her. I don't need a perfect ending, I don't need a movie scene. I just want this quiet feeling and the way you look at me. If tomorrow brings uncertainty, we'll meet it when it comes. Tonight can simply be tonight, and that's already enough. Soft light, slow hearts, your hand resting close to mine. No rush, no fear, stay a little longer here. Soft lights, slow hearts, let the whole night take its time. No need to rush the moment, no need to draw a line. Soft lights, slow hearts, while the rain falls outside. If tomorrow changes everything, I'll still be glad you're here tonight. We don't need forever, we don't need to know. Let's just stay inside this little moment and let the feeling grow. Soft lights, slow hearts, city glowing through the glass. If this is only one evening, I'll still be grateful that it passed. But if you want tomorrow, if you want another night, I'll meet you at the same little table underneath these soft lights. The rain is getting quieter, the streets are almost clear. You smile before you leave and say, I'll see you here. I watch across the doorway, then disappear into the night. And for once I don't feel restless, I just smile, turn off the light. Soft lights, slow hearts, maybe this is where something beautiful starts. Somewhere between us, there was always something. Not quite goodbye, not quite enough. We used to talk until the morning, like the night would never end. You would tell me all your secrets, I would call you more than friend. There was something in the silence every time you looked my way. Something neither one could name, something neither dared to say. We were always getting closer, then we'd pull away again, like two people standing halfway between a lover and a friend. I remember all the small things, the way you laughed at my mistakes, the way you knew when I was quiet even before I said a thing. Maybe we were scared of losing but we already had. So we kept our hearts half open and called it something we could handle. Maybe timing wasn't with us, maybe fear was in the way. Maybe some connections happened just to teach us what to say. Somewhere between us there was a place we couldn't reach, close enough to feel forever, far enough to never keep. Somewhere between us there was a love we couldn't name. Maybe we were almost something, maybe almost was enough that day. I don't blame you, I don't blame me. Some things are meant to be, but I'll always keep a little piece of somewhere between us. I remember when you called me just to tell me about your day. You complain about the weather, then we laugh and talk away. There were nights you almost told me, there were words behind your eyes, but we changed the conversation and pretend that we were fine. I thought maybe there'd be a moment when the time it finally came, when you turn around and tell me you had always felt the same. But life doesn't wait forever, and neither do the hearts we hide. Eventually we found our distance and let the quiet decide. I saw you with somebody later, and I smiled and walked away. It didn't hurt the way I feared, but it stayed with me for days. Not because I wanted you back, not because I couldn't move, just because some unfinished stories leave a different kind of truth. Maybe we were never broken, maybe nothing needed fixing. Maybe some of life's best moments are the ones that stay unfinished. Somewhere between us there was a place we couldn't reach, close enough to feel forever, far enough to never keep. Somewhere between us there was a love we couldn't name. Maybe we were almost something, maybe almost was enough that day. I don't blame you, I don't blame me. Some things are meant to be, but I'll always keep a little piece of somewhere between us. Now the seasons keep on changing, and the city looks the same. Sometimes I still hear a song and I remember your name, but the feeling has grown softer, like a photograph in time. I don't wonder what would happen if I'd asked you to be mine. I've learned that not every question needs an answer to move on. Sometimes you can close a chapter without knowing what went wrong. And I hope you're doing better, I hope somebody holds your heart. I hope you found a kind of love that doesn't make you fall apart. If we meet again someday, I don't think I'll look away. I might smile and ask you how you've been, and let the moment fade, because you mattered in my story, and that's something I won't deny. You were part of who I became, even if you weren't meant to stay by my side. Somewhere between hello and the words we never said, there was something beautiful we couldn't leave behind or keep ahead. Somewhere between tomorrow and the life we thought we'd share, there was a little piece of us still floating in the air. Maybe that's enough, maybe that's the way it goes. Some people leave a mark on you, then quietly let go. Almost lovers, almost more, almost standing at the same door, almost saying it's not forever, just a moment we once made. Somewhere between us, I'll leave it there, with no regret and no need to repair. I found your letter at the bottom of a drawer. Didn't know I kept it, didn't need it anymore. The sunlight's getting softer across the wooden floor, and somehow all these years don't feel so far anymore. Your handwriting looks familiar, even though the words are faded. A little coffee stain beside them from a morning we once wasted. You wrote about the weather, you wrote about your dreams. You said someday we'd laugh about the places we had been. I remember that apartment with the window facing west. We would sit there every evening talking about what came next. We didn't have much money, we didn't have much plan, but we thought that being young meant we would always understand. I read the letter slowly and I smiled at who you were, so certain of the future, so innocent and sure. Funny how the years can soften things that once felt hard to hold. Some memories become warmer when the heart is learned to grow. Late afternoon letters falling through my hands, words from another lifetime I still somehow understand. Late afternoon letters written before we knew how quickly life could change us, how much we'd have to lose. I don't need to send them, I don't need a reply. Some words were meant for yesterday, some feelings learn to fly. Late afternoon letters under fading golden light, I can read them without hurting and leave them there tonight. There was one line about forever that made me stop and breathe. We thought forever was a promise we could simply choose to keep. But forever isn't always about staying side by side. Sometimes it means remembering what you felt before goodbye. I remember all the arguments we thought would never end, all the little things we carried that we never learned to mend. We were trying to be perfect when we only needed time, trying to protect our feelings by pretending we were fine. Maybe if we'd been older we could have understood that love is not just holding on, it's knowing when you should. I don't regret the years we shared, I don't regret the tears. They made me who I am today and brought me here. So I won't rewrite the story just because it didn't stay. Some chapters are still beautiful even when they fade away. Late afternoon letters falling through my hands, words from another lifetime I still somehow understand. Late afternoon letters written before we knew how quickly life could change us, how much we'd have to lose. I don't need to send them, I don't need a reply. Some words were meant for yesterday, some feelings learn to fly. Late afternoon letters under fading golden light, I can read them without hurting and leave them there tonight. Outside the neighborhood is quiet, a bicycle rolls by, the sun is almost leaving from the corner of the sky. I fold the letter gently and place it where it was, not because I'm holding on, but because it once was us. There are people I remember who changed the way I see. There are places that still feel like a different version of me, and I think that's what a lifetime is, a collection of little rooms, some filled with laughter, some filled with things we couldn't do. You don't have to stay forever to leave something real behind. Sometimes someone simply enters and changes how you see your life. And maybe I did that for you, maybe you did that for me, to If I could write another letter, I wouldn't ask you to return. I would tell you that I'm grateful for every lesson that I learned. I tell you I'm still dreaming. I tell you I'm doing fine. I tell you that the hardest days don't feel so hard with time. I tell you that I'm thankful for the love we couldn't save, because even when it ended, it was beautiful and brave. Words on paper, years apart. Ink can fade, but not the heart. Let it rest, let it go. Some things don't need to be known. Late afternoon letters falling through my hands. Words from another lifetime I still somehow understand. Late afternoon letters written before we knew how quickly life could change us, how much we'd have to lose. 'Cause I don't need to send them, I don't need a reply. Some words were meant for yesterday, some feelings learn to fly. Late afternoon letters under fading golden light. I can read them without hurting and leave them there tonight. Late afternoon letters, one last page, then I'm done. I close the drawer behind me and let the evening come. The sunlight has disappeared, the room is turning blue. I turn on one small lamp and think of you. Not with sadness, not with pain, just a quiet kind of gratitude for what we had back then. Your handwriting looks familiar, even though the words are faded. A little coffee stain beside them from the morning we once wasted. You wrote about the weather, you wrote about your dreams. You said someday we'd laugh about the places we had been. I remember that apartment with the window facing west. We would sit there every evening talking about what came next. We didn't have much money, we didn't have much plan, but we thought that being young meant we would always understand. I read the letters slowly, and I smiled at who we were. So certain of the future, so innocent and so funny how the years can soften things that once felt hard to hold. Some memories become warmer when the heart is. Sunday morning, sunlight on the floor, coffee in the kitchen. I don't need much more. The city sounds so distant, the curtains moving slow. For once there's nowhere waiting for me to go. I woke up without an alarm, around a little after 9. No messages demanding answers, no reason to check the time. The room is still in golden, the morning feels brand new. I make a cup of coffee and let the light come through. There's a song playing softly from an old forgotten playlist, one I haven't heard in years, but somehow still remember. I open up the window and hear the neighborhood breathe. A bicycle down the sidewalk, a bird somewhere in the trees. I spent so many mornings trying to make the day begin. Before I even left the bedroom, I was already trying to win. Now I'm learning something simple that took me years to see. A morning doesn't need a purpose to be beautiful to me. So I'll leave the phone untouched, let the minutes disappear. I don't need to chase the morning, I can simply be right here. Sunday morning, slow down, let the sunlight fill the room. Coffee warm in both my hands and a little space to breathe. behind. I don't need to make it perfect, I don't need to make it count. Sometimes peace is just a morning where you finally slow down. I remember every weekend when I thought I had to run, make a list of things to finish before the day was done. I'd answer every question, I'd arrange another plan. I measure my success by how much I could get done. But the older that I'm getting, the more I understand life is more than busy hours and numbers on a calendar. There are little things worth noticing that don't ask for anything. The sunlight on the coffee, the sound the kettle makes when it sings. A clean shirt by the doorway, a book beside the bed, a thought that isn't urgent, moving quietly through my head. Maybe this is what I needed, not another place to go. Just a little empty space where I could finally grow. I don't have to fill the silence, I don't have to prove I'm fine. I can let the day unfold, one quiet moment at a time. Sunday morning, slow down, let the sunlight fill the room. Coffee warm in both my hands and the little space to breathe. Sunday morning, slow down, nothing waiting on my mind. For a little while I'm leaving all the noise of life behind. I don't need to make it perfect, I don't need to make it count. Sometimes peace is just a morning where you finally slow down. Maybe tomorrow will be busy, maybe Monday will arrive. Maybe I'll forget this feeling when the working week begins. But I'll keep a little piece of it somewhere underneath the noise. A reminder that I still can choose the way I spend my time. I can take a longer morning, I can walk a slower street, I can drink my coffee slowly, I can stop before I leave. I can call an old friend later, I can tell them that I care. I can listen without checking what is happening elsewhere. I don't need to always hurry toward the next thing in my life. There's a beauty in the present when I stop and let it shine. And if somebody asks me what I did with all my day, I'll smile and say I rested and I watched the hours fade. Maybe rest is not a weakness, maybe stillness is a gift. Maybe we become more ourselves when we finally let things sit. I don't need another reason, I don't need another goal. For a little while this morning, I can simply let myself be whole. Slow morning, warm light, coffee steam, open blinds. No rush, no plans, just a day inside my hands. Sunday morning, slow down, let the sunlight fill the room. Coffee warm in both my hands and a little space to breathe. Sunday morning, slow down, nothing waiting on my mind. For a little while I'm leaving all the noise of life behind. I don't need to make it perfect, I don't need to make it count. Sometimes peace is just the morning where you finally slow down. Sunday morning, slow down, let the quiet stay a while. Maybe life is not a race, maybe life is just this smile. The coffee's getting colder, the sunlight starts to move. I finally pick my phone up, but there's nothing I need to do. The day is still wide open, the sky is clear and blue. I take another breath and let the morning carry through. Sunday morning, slow and easy. I'm right here, and for today, that's enough. Golden light falling through the glass. For a little while, I don't want this moment to pass. Same old song, same old street, but somehow the night everything feels sweet. I remember that September when the evening stayed so warm. We would walk without a destination, just to watch the sunset fall. You would tell me little stories about places we could go, and I pretend I had the answers, even when I didn't know. There was something about the sunlight on your face that afternoon, like the whole world had gone quiet, just to make some space for you. We didn't know what came after, we didn't need to understand. We were young enough to believe that forever was in our hands. Now the years have kept on moving, and the city has grown loud, but sometimes one familiar color brings that evening back around. Maybe memories of seasons, maybe some don't really fade. They just wait inside the quiet for a little light to wake. Golden hour on repeat, I can see you in the light. Every time the evening turns to gold, I remember that night. Golden hour on repeat, like a song I know by heart. Some memories don't need a reason, they just stay where they are. I don't need to go back there, I don't need to change a thing. I can keep the warmth of what we had and still keep moving. There were days I thought I'd lost it, that old feeling we once knew. I wondered if the years had taken every little trace of you. But then I saw the sunset through a cafe window downtown, and for just a single moment everything came back around. Not the sadness, not the ending, not the things we couldn't save, just the laughter and the freedom and the way we spent those days. I remember how you hated when I walked too fast ahead. You would pull me back beside you and say, stay here instead. Funny how the smallest moments are the ones that never leave. A simple walk beneath the evening, a quiet place beneath the trees. Maybe that's why I still smile when the sky becomes that shade, because some beautiful memories were never meant to be erased. I don't need to hold the moment, I don't need to make it stay. I can let the sunlight touch me, then let it fade away. Golden hour on repeat, I can see you in the light. Every time the evening turns to gold, I remember that night. Golden hour on repeat, like a song I know by heart. Some memories don't need a reason, they just stay where they are. I don't need to go back there, I don't need to change a thing. I can keep the warmth of what we had and still keep moving. Now I sit beside the window with the coffee in my hands, watching strangers cross the street with their own unfinished plans. There's a couple by the corner taking pictures of the sky. Someone's laughing near the doorway, someone's saying their goodbye. And I realize we're all collecting little moments as we go, trying to keep the ones that matter, trying to learn to let them go. I don't know what I remember 10 or 20 years from now. Maybe this exact evening, maybe just the color of the clouds. Maybe I remember feeling like I didn't need to run, like the world was soft and quiet and the evening had begun. If I could write to my younger self, I tell him not to hurry. Don't be afraid of changing plans, don't carry every worry. Some people will arrive, some people will disappear, but the moments that are honest will remain somehow sincere. And when the sunset finds you, don't look down at your phone, look at the people beside you, and remember you're not alone. Golden light slowly fades, still I'm here. just stay where they are. I don't need to go back there. I don't need to change a thing. I can keep the warmth of what we had and still keep moving. Golden hour on repeat. Let the colors fill the sky. I can love the past completely without asking why. The sunlight slowly disappears. The city starts to glow. I finish what's left of my coffee and watch the evening go. Maybe tomorrow brings another. Maybe something new begins. But tonight I'll keep this feeling like a little light within. Golden hour on repeat. One more song, one more evening, and I'm grateful that I got to know. When the city gets quiet, I can finally hear all the things I've been avoiding, all the things I need to feel. It's almost 2 in the morning, and the streets are turning still. Most of the windows have gone dark, but the cafe's open still. I'm sitting by the corner with the coffee getting cold, watching headlights disappear as the night begins to fold. The day was full of voices, full of things I had to do. People asking where I'm going, people asking what is new. I gave them all the answers that I thought they wanted heard. But now the room is quiet, and I don't need another word. I can hear the refrigerator, I can hear the rain outside, I can hear my own breathing and the thoughts I tried to hide. Maybe silence isn't empty, maybe silence tells the truth. When the world becomes much quieter, I can finally hear myself too. When the city gets quiet, I don't have to pretend. I can sit here with my thoughts and let the night begin. When the city gets quiet, all the noise fades away. I can finally feel the things I couldn't feel during the day. I don't need to have the answers, I don't need to know what's next. When the city gets quiet, I can simply take a breath. There are things I used to worry would define me for my life. Mistakes I thought I'd carry like a shadow every night. But time has a strange way of changing how you see. The things that once felt heavy don't always stay that deep. I remember every failure, every door I couldn't open, every person I disappointed, every promise left unspoken. I used to replay those moments like they happened yesterday. Now they feel like distant houses at the end of another lane. No, I can't change what happened, and I don't need to anymore. I've learned to close the windows without locking every door. There are parts of me still healing, there are parts I haven't found. But I don't need to fix my whole life before I can slow down. Maybe growing isn't becoming someone different from before. Maybe it's accepting who you are and asking nothing more. When the city gets quiet, I don't have to pretend. I can sit here with my thoughts and let the night begin. When the city gets quiet, all the noise fades away. I can finally feel the things I couldn't feel during the day. I don't need to have the answers, I don't need to know what's next. When the city gets quiet, I can simply take a breath. I think about the people who have walked into my life. Some brought a little sunlight, some brought lessons from the night. Some I thought would stay forever, some were gone before I knew. But every one of them left something that helped me make it through. I don't hold them with resentment, I don't ask them to return. Some memories are better kept as places where we learned. And if I familiar street. I hope I have enough peace inside to smile if our eyes meet. Because life is not a promise that everything will remain. It's a collection of arrivals and departures in the rain. So I'll keep what made me stronger, I'll release what made me small, and I'll trust that there's still beauty waiting somewhere after all. When the city gets quiet, I can hear my own heart. It's been trying to tell me I was ready from the start. Ready to stop running, ready to let things be, ready to leave the past behind and make some room for me. No perfect ending, no grand goodbye, just a quiet little moment underneath the midnight sky. Slow lights, empty streets, rain falling, soft heartbeat, no rush, no fear. I'm still here, I'm still here. When the city gets quiet, I don't have to pretend. I can sit here with my thoughts and let the night begin. When the city gets quiet, all the noise fades away. I can finally feel the things I couldn't feel during the day. I don't need to have the answers, I don't need to know what's next. When the city gets quiet, I can simply take a breath. When the city gets quiet, I can hear the world breathe. And somewhere in the silence, I find a little peace in me. The coffee's finally empty, the rain is almost gone. A single light is shining as I walk out into dawn. The city isn't sleeping, but it doesn't feel so loud. I look up at the morning coming softly through the clouds. Maybe I don't know the future, maybe that's okay tonight. I don't need to see the whole road, I just need a little light. When the city gets quiet, I can finally hear. And for the first time, I'm not afraid of what comes next. The night is almost over, but I don't wanna sleep. There's something in the silence that feels too good to leave. One last cup of coffee, one last song before the dawn. I think I'm finally ready to see what comes along. I spent so many evenings looking back at where I've been, counting all the moments I would never live again. I thought that moving forward meant forgetting what was gone, but maybe it's just learning how to carry and move on. There were days I felt exhausted from pretending I was fine. There were nights I kept on asking if I had just missed my time. But the older that I'm getting, the less I need to know. Maybe life was never asking for a perfect road to follow. I've made mistakes, I've lost some people, I've changed along the way. And somehow through the broken pieces, I still made it here today. So I won't fight the past tonight, I won't ask it to explain. I'll take the lessons that it gave me and leave behind the pain. A little more tomorrow, a little less tonight, a little more forgiveness, a little more sunlight. I don't need a perfect ending, I don't need to know the way. If I can wake up in the morning, I'll be grateful for another day. A little more tomorrow, a little room to breathe. Maybe all the things I'm looking for are already remember all the places where I thought I'd finally stay. All the people I believed in, all the dreams that slipped away. Some doors closed without warning, some just slowly disappeared. Some goodbyes were never spoken, but I still remember them here. For a while I thought those endings were a measure of my worth, like every road that didn't work meant I had somehow failed first. Now I see it a little differently, now I understand. Sometimes life removes a picture just to show another frame, and there are still unanswered questions. There are things I can't explain, but I don't need every answer to appreciate the change. I can miss the people I once loved without asking them to stay. I can honor where I've come from without living there each day. And maybe that's what growing means, not becoming someone new, just becoming more forgiving of the person you once knew. A little more tomorrow, a little less tonight, a little more forgiveness, a little more sunlight. I don't need a perfect ending, I don't need to know the way. If I can wake up in the morning, I'll be grateful for another day. A little more tomorrow, a little room to breathe. Maybe all the things I'm looking for are already growing inside me. The first light is appearing at the edge of every roof. The city starts awakening and everything feels new. A delivery truck is passing, someone opens up a door. The streets that felt so lonely don't feel lonely anymore. I finish up my coffee and I listen to the rain. It sounds a little different when you're not afraid of change. I think about tomorrow and for once I don't feel pressure. I don't know what it will bring me, but maybe that's the better part. Maybe there'll be new faces, maybe there'll be another song. Maybe I'll find a place tomorrow where I finally feel I belong. Maybe love will find me slowly, maybe friendship will arrive. Maybe I'll discover something I forgot I had inside. I don't need to chase it, I don't need to force the door. If something is meant to meet me, I'll be ready when it comes. To the person I was yesterday, I hope you know you tried. You carried more than anyone knew, and somehow stayed alive inside. You didn't have the answers, you were scared and you were tired, but you kept a little hope alive when everything felt quiet. So take a breath, release the weight. You don't have to hurry, you are not too late. A little more sunrise, a little less rain, a little more laughter after all the pain. A little more courage, a little more grace, a little more living at my own pace. A little more tomorrow, a little less tonight, a little more forgiveness, a little more sunlight. I don't need a perfect ending, I don't need to know the way. If I can wake up in the morning, I'll be grateful for another day. A little more tomorrow, a little room to breathe. Maybe all the things I'm looking for are already growing inside me. A little more tomorrow, let the old night fade away. I don't need to carry everything into another day. If the road is still uncertain, I'll walk it anyway. One quiet step, one open heart, one little more tomorrow. The coffee cup is empty, the morning has begun. The night is disappearing behind the rising sun. I don't know where I'm going, but I don't feel lost anymore. There's a little light ahead of me I've never seen before. I spent so many evenings looking back at where I've been, counting all the moments I would never live again. I thought that moving forward meant forgetting what was gone, but maybe it's just learning how to carry and move on. There were days I felt exhausted from pretending I was fine. There were nights I kept on asking if I had just missed my time. But the older that I'm getting, the less I need to know. Maybe life was never asking for a perfect road to follow. I made mistakes, I've lost some people, I've changed along the way. And somehow through the broken pieces I still made it here today.